Happy New Year, Father Christmas.
You just caught me having a tincture.
Well, how absolutely super.
I like a foaming cup of ale about now, and another very small Christmas cake.
Oh,
I
that
think
looks
you can
delicious.
polish that off before supper, Mother Christmas.
Well, how absolutely lovely, Father Christmas.
Well, how lovely to see you.
It's good to see you. Have you recovered from Christmas yet?
Can one ever recover from Christmas? It was a wonderful Christmas this year. Our hearts were warmed, weren't they, Mother Christmas?
It was lovely.
Warmed. But now you caught me here under the Christmas chandelier with the fruit and vegetables, because this is Father Christmas's dining table, as you know.
Festive fruit and vegetables.
Festive fruit and vegetables on the festive chandelier. Marvellous.
Now, Father Christmas, what I really want to ask you about is really what the children have asked about.
Yes,
Lots of
it's
times.
the most asked question, in
Well,
fact.
one of them, we have lists of questions and we'll have to tackle them a bit at a time, but
We
it's
love
the
the
key.
questions. We love all your questions. We love all your letters.
We do.
We read every one and we keep them. All of those that aren't too destroyed by being set fire to and sent up the chimney.
Ah, but there are ways.
And it's about the chimney, really, that I ought to tell you now. The problem is, you see, it's that Mother and Father Christmas are very interested in the history of Christmassy.
Yes.
And so what we try to do is to show everyone where Christmas comes from, really.
Yes.
The history of the great event of the Christ Mass. Long before it was called the Christ Mass, of course, it was called Yule. And this is a time around the solstice, the shortest day and the longest of nights, when the sun is furthest away from the earth. And to help the sun to come back, a big fire festival is kept so that all the sun can see how happy we are to have the sun come back again next year, and the days to draw out and the nights to shorten and the days to lengthen. So Yule, and whatever it was, Saturnalia for the Romans, Saturnalia, lovely. All of these festive times around the solstice that eventually were appropriated by the Christians and turned into the Christ Mass have always been very important. Now, Sky Father, Tuaz, who we remember every Tuaz Day, came from the north, from the distant north. Born on the north wind, in his sleigh, which he travelled across the sky in, drawn by reindeer. See anyone you know? And of course, when the Christians came along, they loved old Tuaz so much, and all the people loved Tuaz so much. You know, the great gift of Tuaz was the frost and snow that breaks up the soil for the spring planting. And so they loved him so much that they couldn't get rid of him or his sleigh, because everyone loved him travelling on the north wind with his flowy white beard in the wind. And so they appropriated his sleigh and stuck old St. Nicholas in it. Sinterklaas, Santa Claus, Santa Claus, Père Noël, Father Christmas, if you like. And so here we are, Father Christmas. Now, Father Christmas, of course, travelling as he does by sleigh, would come to your house to bring the great gift of frost and snow. And some of it would be given onto your dining table through the smoke hole in your roof. Because everyone knows Father Christmas lands his sleigh on the roof to distribute the great gift of frost and snow and ice and icicles, which children use like, ice pops and suck them.
Always.
And still do, of course. Anyway, at night at Yule, you had to bar your doors and put the fur along the bottom of the door to keep the draught out, and bar the door against the bears and wolves, that come so close to human habitation. But so the only way for Father Christmas to get in, to sprinkle some of his magic about the place, was through the smoke hole.
Of course.
Because every house had a hole in the roof for the smoke to get out from the big fire in the middle of the room. Well, then came the fireplace put at the end of the room and a chimney, and so Father Christmas had to come down the chimney.
Yes.
Well, now, of course, a lot of houses don't have chimneys even,
Which is
let
a
alone a
big
big smoke hole.
problem, potentially,
It has been
isn't
a
it,
big
Father
problem
Christmas?
for Father Christmas.
You had to
yeah.
get your head round that one, didn't you, Father
I
Christmas?
had, and I had to get my bottom into one. And when Father Christmas gets stuck up the chimney,
Not a pretty sight.
achoo, achoo, achoo. He didn't know what to do. But here I am. So now I use this Mother Christmas, which is the Christmas key that opens all the doors in Christendom. And it's a magic key. Doesn't need to fit your lock. I use it like a magic wand, really, and I just wave it over your house, and the magic happens, and the door flies open. If I have to. Of course, I prefer the smoke hole, and second to that, I prefer the chimney,
Yes.
because it's sort of a bit more magic somehow.
Yes.
Nobody enters your house through the chimney nowadays, apart from me, yours truly. But the key's very good. It's a magic wand, really.
Yes.
And so there's the magic key that does the trick for good old Father Christmas. So
Really
keep
good.
the letters coming.
Well, that was really interesting, Father Christmas.
Thank
Thank you
you, Mum.
so much for
My
that.
pleasure. Any other questions you've got, just put them on your Christmas list.
I have a list of them actually from
Good
children,
o.
so I think we might have to work through
Well,
some.
we'll try to answer them all. And until then, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!